Good evening. I am Beth Johansen. I am a Ph.D. student here at Coastal Carolina University, and I am studying women in the wild. I am an outdoor recreation educator. I have been for over a decade, and this is something that is part of my identity. And so when I started to think about this research project for my dissertation, this is naturally where my mind went. But I actually want to start with a story tonight. So when I first started this program 4 years ago, I had an opportunity to interview someone in leadership for one of my classes. And so I interviewed an executive director named Jane, and she was the executive director of arguably the largest outdoor recreation program in education and environmentalism here in the United States. She had over 20 years of experience. She was trained in wilderness first aid, and wilderness medicine. She was an active guide. She had been doing that in the mountains. She'd been a mountaineer. She had participated in wildlife rescues and all sorts of amazing things. She had also been asked to do a multi-day rafting trip overseas, and she was 7 months pregnant. So what did she do? She went ahead and she slapped a baby on board sticker on the back of her life jacket. She picked up her paddle and did the rafting trip. She took 20 people out with her that day. And it was actually a sequence of days. That story has stuck with me for a long time because she followed it up by saying her male counterparts, after the trip was done, said that was so scary. We were so worried that we were worried about your capabilities as a leader out here on this trip. We were worried you were going to be more of a liability than an asset. So that has been my mindset for the last 4 years. Women in the wild, perceptions of leadership based on leader gender in outdoor recreation, but now more specifically at institutes of higher education. We have a bit of a problem in the outdoors. The primary users of the outdoor spaces right now are white males, heterosexual, able-bodied, well-educated, and affluent. That doesn't leave a lot of room for anyone else in the outdoors right now, but the outdoors should be open to everyone ideally. And so we have, that is the problem that I am investigating. It's a bit of a bridge because when we look at participants, women right now are actually making up a large segment of people who new users in the outdoor spaces, but that's not translating to leadership positions. There is still a gap in leadership positions. So we have participants and not leaders. So my study is an explanatory sequential mixed method study, going to interview both student participants as well as trip leaders on their experiences in outdoor spaces, and hoping to find out why we have that gap and what that looks like. So thank you for your time.